with the official introductions, we turn over to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 9 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, USA, Devin Brown Bear Clark. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a striker holding a professional record, 13 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Belgrade, Serbia, Darko Stosic. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kevin Sataki.
The referee for this contest is Kevin Sataki. Thank you very much, Carly. All set for round number 1 of a maximum 3 5-minute rounds.
Sir? Are you ready?
Devin
Let's
Clark,
fight.
Darko, Stosic. Clark with much more octagon experience. Stosic wearing the black, Clark in the blue.
And you just know something is coming when these two guys are in there. You know, Devin Clark's father and everybody yelling about violence in the locker room, and Stosic's just stoic in there, man. And God, he
Stoic
like
Stosic.
Yeah. Stoic Stosic. Nice, John. Nice. But these are the 2 guys that when they crack each other, man, somebody is going to go down.
I was listening to some fans from Serbia who were telling me that Stosic really does have that je ne sais quoi that might make him a really, really big fan favourite and elevate him to the dizzy heights that
experiencing with a jab.
And then right into his wrestling. He's trying to get wrist control right there.
That kicked the door right open for Devin Clark. This is his game now.
Well, that power is coming from those tree trunks that he's calling legs in there. My God.
Don't grab the gloves. Don't grab the gloves.
Clark showed in his last fight that he's able to hurt the big guys with his strikes. He did it again there.
Heavy on his hand. Heavy on his hand, too. Get the good deep keep
His corner yelling heavy on the hands. That's important. He wants to get a hold of them, and that's going to open up all that ground and pound and keep this top position for himself.
Clark chose to be on this card due to the presence of top light heavyweights so that he can closely be compared by fans and the UFC to his colleagues at 205.
Stosic has got a 2-on-1 here. He's controlling the right arm of Devin Clark, but he is being warned for holding the glove. It's difficult for the referee to see here what's going on, but Clark is really struggling to get that hand free.
And he is working hard, Dan, to get that glove out. He can't even budge that grip.
That's that judo grip for you.
Yeah, really. I mean, think about this, spending a lifetime grabbing the gi like that.
Yeah, you've got to think Stosic is looking for some kind of roll through here, especially with him having that leg tied up of Devin Clark. I know Clark's opted to put his leg in that position, but there's definitely going to be a reversal position here for Stosic if Devin Clark can't get his hand free.
That's insane that he cannot even break that grip at all.
And what does the referee... Oh, he doesn't have to do anything now, but it would leave the referee in an interesting position. What decision does he make
You
there?
stand them up even though he's got a dominant position right now, but nothing
There's definitely
happening.
a finger down the wrist of that glove. There's
Yeah,
definitely some gamesmanship going on in this fight so far. If you're not cheating, you're not trying though, Paul,
Yeah,
right?
hey.
There we go.
That's this game, man. If you can get away with a little bit in there without doing anything, you know, that's going to really affect.
It's a fight at the end of the day, you know. It's a fight at the end of the day. You sometimes got to fight your way out of a bad position, and Stosic has managed to do that.
Nice knee.
Nice knee to the midsection.
Remind me not to go to the poker table with either of you guys. I'm going to go with Bruce Buffer.
I'll cheat the whole time on it.
He's a straight-up guy. Oh, look at Stosic. What a counter from Clark. Big one back from Stosic. It's getting warm in there.
What did I say? Guys are going to go down.
Right. You can't show any kind of weakness against either of these guys because they will jump on you. Both got power in their hands.
Being told that it was actually a slip by Devin Clark rather than a big connection.
Sometimes people slip when they get punched hard.
You gotta get it work there, Darko. You want to stay there, you gotta work.
Oh, that one connected.
Oh, my goodness.
Clark is going hunting tonight.
Well, that was the mantra, right? That's what the plan was. Go in here and be violent. He's doing that.
Look at his dad in the corner of the screen there, folks.
David Clark is the corner man of the day.
Yes.
And we're only a couple of fights into the card.
He is wide-eyed in his corner, buoying on son.
You've got to think of the emotion in the corner for a father watching his son. I mean, it happens very rarely. I remember Frank Mear's father in his corner being just as animated as well.
Chris Weidman comes to mind.
Exactly, it makes sense, doesn't it? Nice elbow on the inside by Stosic.
He's under fire here.
Big hook punches from Stosic. Devin Clark tries a takedown.
Stosic taking a break for a moment there.
Dad yelling at him, he's got to let his hands go. But when you got Stosic on top and he's throwing bombs, it's a little easier said than done.
Hands down by Devin Clark. Wanders back into the center. I wonder if he knows that Stosic has only got bursts of aggression like that. Because Stosic will take a breath between combinations. Devin Clark needs to now push the pace while Stosic is taking some deep breaths.
Clark was back-to-back in fight camp, said he came in full of energy, in really great shape.
Deep breaths by Stosic.
But they've really been expelling some energy in these exchanges, and you can see both of these guys hanging their gloves as we enter the last 10 seconds of this opening round. We'll be back with round number 2 after the break.
Let's fight.
All right, here's the deal. Devin, you throw, he wants to counter. You have to have a good sales pitch, all right? Or we have to cross line or tomahawk. Take a couple breaths for me. All right?
Hey, listen, you haven't shown crossline or Holly Cash yet. That's going to catch him off guard. He can't stop it, okay? You haven't shown it yet.
He can't deal with your speed. You own him on speed. He can hit your ass and step back with your hands down. You understand?
Tomahawk's there?
Tomahawk is there.
And the elbows, when you break off the clinch, do not fade out.
Yep,
Move
in.
Rising elbows. He's here. Get that space right here. Get that space right there. Have another one.
I'm telling you, Holly Cash is there all day because he's especially when you back him up a little bit, back him up with your distractions, and then it's there for you, okay?
All right? In the elbows. Tomahawk. Let's go. Cross the line. Let's go. Please. Thank you.
All right, well, let's take a look here. Nice straight jab there from Clark. Sits Stosic down, and he spun, throw spinning back fist. But Stosic jammed him and landed on an elbow. Didn't look like it was fully clean, but when you got guys the size of these two, doesn't matter what part of your arm lands, it's going to hurt you, man.
The legs on these two guys are
unreal,
ridiculous,
man.
particularly Devin Clark. I mean, you've got to think how much power he can generate with that kind of base.
And you saw that jab. He stepped into that. And that's where all that power is coming from. I mean, those are NFL player thighs on that boy right there.
They are indeed. Stosic, a former heavyweight champion on the regional scene, Paul, and he's been testing that chin of Clark, and it stood up to that test so far.
Yeah, we've seen him get dropped and hurt and taken out in fights before, but so far, Stosic is a powerhouse, and Clark's still on his feet and pressing forward.
Stosic is being elbowed. He's holding Devin Clark off with the threat of something happening right now. And Devin Clark's wasting too much time here because I would say Stosic is tired.
Yeah.
And I would say if Devin Clark wrestles him for a couple of minutes, he'll open up a lot more opportunities for himself.
I'm not saying you guys are wrong. However, Stosic only threw 2 strikes on the feet in that Kimball matchup. He then got taken down, reversed, and then all kinds of hell came up to surface, and he got the fight out of there. So he's obviously a good counter fighter.
We're already way past the point of that fight, though, and you know there is a difference in the opponent as well. I mean, Devin Clark has been in there with some of the best in this division. He's a strong wrestler. He's got a good work rate. I just think if he picks it up right now, he might be able to take advantage of Stosic.
He needs to, because Stosic hasn't been in a second round since 2016. So this is unfamiliar territory for him right now. And Clark can really take advantage of that. He's got that pedigree, that wrestling background. He's used to the grind. So if he can start turning this position around like he did right there and just lay on him, lean on him, and when the opportunity arises for him to land a good strike, take advantage of it. But Stosic is not used to going into deep water. Get on him, wear on him.
See, this is a good position for Stosic to be in because he can break the clinch on his terms. Yeah, he can rest until he feels like he wants to attack. Then he'll break and strike like that.
And he's been looking for that elbow a few times now, Dan. So that's where he wants to be, in that clinch. But Clark breaks out, and he's out in the open. Nice leg kicks.
So we have a junior college wrestling state champion against a very decorated judoka. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Stosic is beckoning on.
This is the
brown bear.
opportunity, I think, for him to use his wrestling. When you get somebody like Stosic mad at you, moving forward, yelling at you, get him to open up, right? Shoot that takedown.
Let's see if Clark gets kind of brought into a firefight here. As we heard from Heidi, he's been baited by the very strong support of Stosic in the lead up to this contest. He seems to have a very even keel about him, but you know, everyone with a corner that he's got as well, and his dad beckoning to him.
Get you fired up for sure.
He's right in his corner at the moment, so he's able to hear Chad Smith in his corner really well. He needs to get off the fence, though. Same circumstances. He's gonna find himself at the end of Stosic's combinations if he stays here.
Stosic 83% on takedown defense.
Here we go. Stosic going for a takedown. Nice job. Wow.
Oh, that's a big lift there.
He's grabbing the fence.
Big slam lead. Now, we've seen points being taken before when we've had deliberate fence grabs like that. However, he did complete that takedown, so I assume that just a warning will probably be dished out.
Yeah, I mean, Stosic has the position we want. And when we saw him on top, the ground and pound is there. This is a good position for him to really turn this fight around with 1:15 left here in the second. Maybe not from